Yeah. So today we'll discuss problem number 5. Problem number 5 we'll discuss, that is a degeneracy case. Whenever degeneracy occurs, what you have to do, how to solve that particular transportation problem by using Modi method. So in the previous class, I have told 4 problems, I think 4 problems, 2 direct problems and 2 loop existing. Now we will discuss whenever degeneracy exists. That means second case 2, what is step number 2? Step number 2 is nothing but number of occupied cells you have to calculate, and then m plus n minus 1 you have to calculate. So in all the previous problems, what I got, number of occupied cells equal to m plus n minus 1. Sometimes what happened is number of occupied cells is less than m plus n minus 1. So you won't get exactly equal. You will get less than. You won't get more than also. Okay. So less than means what you have to do. So that means that is a degeneracy case. How to resolve the degeneracy and how to identify the solution, optimal solution to that particular transportation problem. So this is the problem. This is problem number 5 we have taken. But Modi method, you know the steps. What is step number 1? Step number 1 is nothing but, what is step number 1? Step number 1 is nothing but you have to identify IVFS, initial solution to this particular problem, by using any one of the 3 methods. So I will use VAM method because VAM method is closer to your optimum solution. So that means first I will apply VAM method. If you want to apply VAM method, first you have to identify whether availability is equivalent to demand or not, demand total or not. So in this case, what is that? 550 plus 40, 30, 120, 90 plus 30, 120. If you add this total also, we get 120. So that means both sides equal. That means you can apply VAM method to this particular problem. So VAM method means all of you know what you have to write. You have to calculate the penalties row side, as well as you have to calculate the penalties column side. So first row, smallest element, next smallest element, difference is 1. Second row, smallest element, next smallest element, difference is 3. Third row, smallest element, next smallest element, difference is 1. Similarly, repeat for columns. Repeat for columns means smallest, next smallest, difference is 1. Smallest, next smallest, difference is 1. Smallest, next smallest, difference is 3. Smallest, next smallest, difference is 1. Now penalties are calculated. Go for highest penalty among rows and columns. So what is the highest penalty? Highest penalty is 3, but 3 occurs twice. So 3 occurs twice. So if you consider this 3, what is the smallest element here? What is the smallest value? 4. If you consider this 3, what is the smallest value? 4. So minimum element is equal and it occurs only at same place. Same place means there will be no problem. Okay. So in this 3, minimum element is 4. In this 3, the minimum element is 4 and it occurs at the place 2, 3. So at same place the minimum element occurs. So you can choose anyone. Anyone means you can make the first allocation here. So what is the corresponding row value? 40. The corresponding column value 40. So 40 minus 40 0. 40 minus 40 0. When you got both sides zeros, either cancel row or column, but not both. You can cancel the row or you can cancel the column, but don't cancel both. Okay. So what I will do, I will cancel this entire row. Otherwise, you can cancel entire column, your wish. Okay. Now repeat the procedure. How many rows are there? 2 rows are there. How many columns are there? 4 columns are there. You have to repeat this procedure until you get a single row or single column. So again, repeat the procedure. That means what is that? 1. Second row is cancelled now. Third row, what you got? Smallest element, next smallest 1. Now repeat for columns. Repeat for columns means 1. This one is 1. This one is 3 now. This one is 2. Go for highest penalty among rows and columns. What is the highest penalty? 3. It occurs only once. Once means you have to consider this 3 in this minimum element. What is the minimum element? 10 or 7? 7 is the minimum element. Next allocation is made here. 50 0. 50 0 means 0. 0 is allocated. So 0 is allocated means what is that? You don't have any value. 0 means indirectly you can write 0, but 0 is nothing but no value. 0 is nothing but no value. That means this is unoccupied cell only, because already you know Modi method. So if 0 is there, that will be treated as unoccupied cell. So that means what is that? Allocation is not required. Allocation is not required. Allocation is not required. So directly 0 is there column side, cross the entire column. 0 is the column side, cross the entire column. 0 is there, so 0 is not required. So 0 means no value. It is not required. Later on we will see. We will adjust that. We will solve the degeneracy problem. Okay. So now 50 minus 0, again 50 will be there. This column will be cancelled. Because I got minimum element is 7, that's why this column is also cancelled. So that's why don't cancel both. In this problem, you got again 3, you got this 7 is the minimum element. So column side 0 is there. That's why I crossed this column. I crossed this column. So problem to problem, that won't that may change. Okay. So that's why both sides, if you get zeros, cancel either row or column, but not both. Okay. In this case, both will be cancelled automatically. Next, repeat the procedure. That means what is the next you have to calculate again. So this column is cancelled. So 8 to 8 6. 8 6 is minimum difference is 2. Second row is cancelled. Third row 8 9 difference is 1. Similarly, repeat for columns. This is 1. This is 10 11. 10 11 means 1. Third column is cancelled dash. This is 2. Go for highest penalty among rows and columns. What is the highest penalty? Highest penalty is 2, but it occurs twice again. So in this 2, what is the minimum element? In this 2, minimum element is 8 6. 6 is the minimum element. In this 2, what is the minimum element? In this 2, minimum element is also 6. It occurs at the same place. Same place means you can consider anyone. Okay. So next allocation is made here. 50 23. 23 is minimum. So 23 is allocated 0. 23 is allocated. So 50 minus 23, 27. Now 0 is there column side, cross the entire column. Still 2 rows are there, 2 columns are there. One more time you have to repeat the procedure. So 2 dash, and this one is also 2 now. 9 11, difference is 2. Similarly, repeat for columns 1. This one is 1 dash dash. Go for highest penalty among rows and columns. What is the highest penalty? 2. Again, it occurs twice. 2 2 is there. In this 2, what is the minimum element? 8. In this 2, what is the minimum element? 9. Which is minimum? 8 or 9? 8 is minimum. So you have to choose this one. So that means you have to choose this 2. The next allocation is made here. 27 25. 27 25 minimum element is 25. 25 minus 25 0. 27 minus 25 2. Now 0 is there column side, cross the entire column. Now how many rows left out? 2 rows left out. 1. This one is 2. But how many columns left out? Single column. Single column means you can stop the procedure. So just check the values. 2 is there. 30 is there. 2 plus 30, 32. 32 is there. So directly assign 30 for this 11. And this one is 2. So don't allocate 0. If you allocate 0, if you treat that as occupied, automatically solution exists. 0 has no value. So that's why I'm not allocating that one for this cell. Okay. So now minimum Z you can calculate. Minimum Z you can calculate. What is the minimum Z value? 8 into 25. That means 200. Next 20. Next 6 into 23. 6 into 23 means 18. 12 plus 1, 13. 138. And 4 into 40. 160. And next one 11 into 30. 11 into 30, 330. 11 into 30, 330. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occupied cells you got. So just add these values, you will get the answer by using VAM method. 8. This one is 5, 11, 14, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. So just check your answer if you got 848 or not. So this is a VAM method answer you got. So but you have to use Mori method. So VAM method is completed. I got 848 around. 848 around I got. So next step number 2. Step number 2. What is step number 2? Step number 2 is nothing but number of occupied cells you have to check. So number of occupied cells. Number of occupied cells. How many number of occupied cells are there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 occupied cells are there. M plus N minus 1. M means rows. How many rows are there? 3. Plus how many columns are there? 4 minus 1. That means 6. So that means what you got? Therefore, number of occupied cells. Number of occupied cells is less than M plus N minus 1. Number of occupied cells is less than M plus N minus 1. See step number 2 I have given. Whenever number of occupied cells is less than M plus N minus 1, there exists a degeneracy. There exists a degeneracy. So how to resolve the degeneracy? You have to take an independent position, independent cell from all the unoccupied cells. You have to identify an independent unoccupied cell. Unoccupied means what is the occupied. So unoccupied cells means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have to identify the unoccupied cells and identify a suitable independent position. So generally you will identify the minimum element. You will identify from all the uncovered elements, you have to identify the minimum element. If the minimum elements are equal, you can choose any one. If solution does not exist, you can go for next minimum. If solution does not exist, you can go for next minimum. Like that, you have to identify a suitable independent position. I will tell you what do you mean by suitable independent position, and what is the meaning of solution does not exist. So that means, what is step number 2? Step number 2 is nothing but I have identified number of occupied cells. I have identified m plus n minus 1. Now I got number of occupied cells is less than m plus n minus 1. Then what you have to choose? There exists a degeneracy. If you got like this, it is called a degeneracy problem. Okay, there exists a degeneracy. There exists a degeneracy. There exists a degeneracy. To resolve the degeneracy, identify a suitable independent position and assign a very small positive value epsilon, which is equivalent to 0. What is that? There exists a if number of occupied cells is less than m plus n minus 1, there exists a degeneracy. Then choose a suitable independent position, independent cell from all the unoccupied cells, probably minimum element you have to consider. Okay, and assign a very small positive value epsilon, which is equivalent to 0 to that independent cell. So if I want to take that cell, I have to draw the table again. So just I will draw the table here. So what is the table? Table is 8, 10, 7, 6. This is 12, 9, 4, 7. This one is 9, 11, 10, 8. 8. So wherever allocation is there, wherever you have allocation, just write the allocation. What you got here, 25. What you got here, 23. This you got 40. And this you got 30. 1, 2, 3. One more cell is there. Sorry, this one. 2. Okay. Now this is the table. Now what I am saying, number of occupied cells is less than m plus n minus 1. There exists a degeneracy. To resolve this degeneracy, you have to identify a suitable independent position, independent cell from all the unoccupied cells, and assign a very small positive value epsilon, which is equivalent to 0 to that particular cell. So I have to identify, generally suitable independent position you have to identify. That means you have to identify the minimum value, minimum element you have to choose. Unoccupied cells. What are the unoccupied cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are there. You have to identify the minimum value. What is the minimum value here from the unoccupied cells? Minimum value is 7. 7 it occurs twice. Here also 7 is there. Here also 7 is there. So whenever minimum elements are equal, go for any one. If solution does, suppose if I am taking this one, solution does not exist, then you have to choose this one. Solution does not exist means you cannot identify step number 3. You cannot identify step number 3. Step number 3 is nothing but system of equations by using the formula. So that means you have to identify the minimum element from all the unoccupied cells. What is the minimum element in this particular problem? 7. It occurs twice. Twice means someone will choose this one, someone will choose this one. Suppose if I am choosing this one, solution does not exist. Solution does not exist means you won't identify U1, U values or V values. Any U value or any V value cannot be identified. Next, you can change that minimum value, next minimum you have to go. Suppose if I am taking this one, solution does not exist. Go for next minimum. What is the next minimum? 8. 8. Suppose if I am solution does not exist, that means U values, V values does not exist. Then you can go for next minimum. At some point, solution exists. At some point, solution exists. So 7 is the minimum. So I will consider this one. You can consider this one also. You can consider this one also. If you want, you can consider this one. First, I will consider this one, and I will tell you the solution. So I am choosing this cell, independent cell. What is that cell number? What is this cell number? Cell number is, what is the cell number? 1, 3. So wherever I am choosing the cell, assign a very small positive value epsilon. That value is equivalent to 0. Later on, I will substitute. So I have chosen this cell because 7 is the minimum value. It occurs twice. So I have chosen this one. Okay. So wherever I have chosen, so assign a small positive value epsilon to this cell so that this becomes occupied. Now this becomes occupied. Remaining procedure is same. So remaining procedure is same means what is step number 3? Step number 3 is nothing but system of equations. System of equations for occupied cell. Occupied cell. System of equations for occupied cells. What is the formula? Ui plus Vj equal to Cij. Initially, you have to assume any u value or any v value is equivalent to 0. That means how many u values are there here? This is ui, that means u1, u2, u3. How many v values are there? v1, v2, v3, v4. So initially, what you have to assume? u1 equal to 0. Assume. You know the procedure. Everybody. How to calculate the values? Occupied cell. 0 plus v1 equal to 8. So v1 equal to 8. Next occupied. Apply the formula 0 plus v2 equal to 10. So v2 equal to 10. Next is also occupied. Now this is occupied. Because you have solved the degeneracy. Now this is occupied cell. Occupied cell means 0 plus v3 equal to 7. So v3 equal to 7. Next 0 plus 6. Sorry, 0 plus v4 equal to 6. So v4 equal to 6. Unoccupied. But I know this value. I can calculate. u2 plus 7 equal to 4. u2 plus 7 equal to 4. So u2 equal to 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7 means minus 3. Next unoccupied, ignore. Occupied, you can calculate. u3 plus 10 equal to 11. So u3 equal to 11 minus 10. 11 minus 10 is 1. That means solution exists. Suppose if I am taken any one value I didn't get any one value, then choose this one. That's why suitable independent position you have to consider. If I choose this one, solution exists. Solution exists means I know all the u values, I know all the v values. Suppose if I choose this one, solution may not exist. If it exists, no problem. If it exists, same answer you will get. If it did not exist, then obviously you have to choose this one. If I'm choosing this one, I didn't get any value, any u value or any v value, then automatically you can go for next minimum value. Like that, you have to shift that cell position so that solution exists. Okay. Now step number 3 is completed. Next, step number 4. Step number 4. All of you know what is step number 4? Net evaluations for unoccupied cells. Net evaluations for unoccupied cells. Until you get all are less than equal to 0, solution will be completed. If it is less than equal to 0, solution is completed. If you got positive, then loop exists. That loop should be resolved, and then you will get all are less than equal to 0. Okay, so same procedure as is. So what is the formula? Zij minus Cij equal to ui plus Vj minus Cij. This is the formula. This formula is applied only for occupied cells. Unoccupied cells. Only for unoccupied cells. What are the unoccupied cells? Unoccupied cells means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For these cells, you have to identify net evaluations. So occupied, ignore unoccupied. You can calculate. Corresponding value minus 3 plus 8. Minus 3 plus 8 is 5. 5 minus 12. 5 minus 12 is minus 7. Next for 9. Minus 3 plus 10. Minus 3 plus 10 is 7. 7 minus 9. 7 minus 10 minus 2. Occupied, ignore. Unoccupied. Minus 3 plus 6. Minus 3 plus 6 is 3. 3 minus 7. Minus 4. Next unoccupied. 1 plus 8. 9. 9 minus 9. 0. Next. 1 plus 7. 8. 8 minus 2. 8 minus 10. Minus 2. Last one. 1 plus 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 minus 8. Minus 1. See, all are less than equal to 0. That means solution is completed. If you get positive, loop exists. You know how to draw a loop. Okay. So, but in this case, what is that? Step number 5. All Zij minus Cij less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. Hence, we have been reached the optimum solution. Hence, we have been reached the optimum solution. Hence, we have been reached the optimum solution. And the optimum value of Z is given by, minimum Z equal to same as it is 18 to 25, 200 plus 2 into 10, 20. Now what you will get 7 into epsilon. So what is this epsilon value? Epsilon value equivalent to 0. Equivalent to 0 means what is this value? This value is equivalent to 7 into 0, 0. That's why while doing VAM method, you are getting that 0 there. But you cannot consider there it is occupied. 0 has no value. I have introduced that epsilon. I have solved this one. I have shown that all are less than equal to 0. Now I can consider that epsilon value. epsilon value is equivalent to 0. So answer won't change. Answer won't change because epsilon value is equivalent to 0. Okay. And next 160, sorry, 23 into 6. 23 into 6, 138. 138 plus 160. This is 330. This is 330. I think 6. Same answer you will get. Whatever answer you got, the same answer you got. That same answer you got. So this problem is degeneracy example. Sometimes what happened is here step number 2. Just I will show that. Step number 2, number of occupied cells. How many number of occupied cells are there in this problem? Except this one, this is unoccupied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In step number 2, just I'm writing step number 2 again. 5 and m plus n minus 1, we are getting 6. Sometimes what happened is here only one cell is different. That's why I have taken only one independent cell I have chosen. One independent cell I have chosen and a solution exists. Sometimes what happened is here I will get only number of occupied cells 4. That means how many cells difference are there? Less than 4 is less than 6. That means how many cells shortage is there? 2 cells. That means you have to select 2 independent positions. 2 independent position means suppose that 7 is the smallest element, both sides, both places you got 7. So that means you can take epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 because 2 shortages are there. 2 cells are shorted here. So that means epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 you can consider. Epsilon 1 and epsilon 2, but this value is equivalent to 0. That means for this 7 you can consider epsilon 1, for this 7 also epsilon 1, for this 7 you can consider epsilon 2. If 2 cells are less. Okay. So you have to repeat the procedure as is. Suppose the solution does not exist, and you are not identifying any u value or v value, you can shift to next minimum element. Next minimum element like that. So that type of problem we'll discuss in the next class. I hope you understood. One cell you got different. Number of occupied cells you got 5. And m plus n minus 1 equal to 6. That means only one shortage. One shortage means one independent position, suitable independent position I have chosen. That is nothing but epsilon. If 2 shortages are there, then epsilon 1, epsilon 2 you can consider. Okay. So where you have to consider from the unoccupied cells, you have to consider that independent cell. So unoccupied cells, you have to choose the minimum. If minimum exists, so solution exists, you can consider that one. Otherwise, you can go for next minimum. If solution does not exist, you can go for next minimum. Like that, you have to repeat that. So that until solution exists. If solution exists, you will get all are less than equal to 0 like this. If you get a positive, you will get a loop, and after that, you will get all are less than equal to 0. Okay, and you can identify the answer. So I hope you understood. Is it clear?